Hello everybody and welcome back again to Let's Play God of War. We're still here on the Light Elf Outpost Island where we left off last episode. Although I'm actually not where I left the game, because after finishing the previous recording I went all the way back down and I picked up all the health crystals that I left behind, and then I made a save down at the beach. But since this game's save system is weird, it obviously didn't save that progress, and when I started the game it put me back up here and it removed the health that I collected, and to add insult to injury it also removed all the health crystals that I collected, so I can't collect them again. So yeah, I don't know why the game is doing that. Why even have a manual save system if it doesn't actually save anything? I think it really only creates a hard save for the most recent autosave. So whatever you do after the last autosave isn't actually being saved, like, you know, picking up health crystals. However, there should be at least one health crystal all the way down at the beach, because that one is not a loot drop. That already was there when I came to the island, and I think these are like hard-coded into the game and they're not going to despawn. Yep, this one's still here. Probably not enough to completely heal me. No, it's not. I was completely healed when I saved the game the last time down here at the beach, but the game took it away from me again. I think what I should have done is I should have left the island and then made a save somewhere else to trigger another autosave, and then I can make another hard save for it, but saving here on the island apparently was not a good idea. Yeah, either way, I guess we're going to leave the island now. I have some idea what I would like to do today. First of all, I think I will have a quick look at this quest over here. I'm guessing until I have defeated all the Valkyries, I can't actually do much with it, but at the very least I can check it out. Also, judging from this over here, not all the Valkyries are in Midgard, so there must be Valkyries in other realms, presumably. So, yeah, We'll have to look out for them. But after checking out that Valkyrie Council, I may actually continue with the main mission after all. But yeah, first let's return to the temple so we can use a portal.
Mimir, is there a story for the giant with the flaming sword?
Surtr the Brave? Of course. We've spoken so much of frost giants. It's about time we instead met the most fiery giant of all. Back when Ymir first emerged from Ginnungagap, it was Surtr who followed next. He came from Muspelheim, the fire realm, bringing heat to the young cosmos, conjuring the sun from his primordial flame. But let's come back to that flaming sword, shall we? Surtr the Brave forged his sword of flame for one purpose alone: to burn down Asgard when Ragnarok comes at last. His destiny is to fall at the hands of Thor and Odin, but in so doing, strike the blow that leaves their realm in ash and ruin. And from that destruction, the world can be born anew. Until then, alone he waits in Muspelheim, never sleeping, ever honing his fiery blade. Brave, generous Surtr, who knows he lives but to his doom. All because he chooses to serve a grand cycle so much bigger than himself. To truly embrace your purpose and the patience and sacrifice it demands is to ensure your day will come.
You think we'll be there when that day comes?
I've seen enough of war between the gods. But you, little brother, who can say?
Well, who can say, yeah. Anyway, I'm pretty sure, except for the part about him destroying Asgard, all of what Mimir has been telling us about Surtr is an embellishment by the game, specifically the part about Surtr being killed by Thor and Odin. I don't think the original story mentions how he dies, or if he dies at all. I mean, Jormungandr is mentioned and the Fenris Wolf is mentioned and how they eventually meet their demise, but Surtr, I don't think so. So, for all we know, he may actually survive Ragnarok. But still, what I find interesting about Mimir's story is that he brings up a central theme of the story of Ragnarok. Of course, he projects it onto Surtr to fit the game's narrative. But if you look at the story of Ragnarok, it may seem a little bit odd at first. Not the subject matter itself. I mean, a epic battle for the fate of the earth between chaos and order is not an unusual topic. But what's unusual about the North version is that the gods actually lose the battle. I mean, usually in that kind of story you want the good guys to win, right? Now, you could argue that they don't really lose because there's a new world being born and some gods do survive and they will become the rulers of the new world. So in the long run, it's still kind of, a happy ending. And obviously this whole destruction and rebirth theme is a very common motive in specifically pagan mythologies, the cycle of life and death and so on. So that's definitely a central theme of the story. But in addition to that, you could say the main moral value that is being conveyed with that story is not really a story about winning, it's about accepting your fate. Because the gods know what's going to happen, they've heard the prophecy. The prophecy is pretty specific, Thor gets killed by Jormungandr, Odin gets killed by the Fenris Wolf, Frey gets killed by Surtr, and so on. And even though they are aware of that, they still choose to ride into battle. And by doing so, they show their moral virtue because they accept their fate. Now, accepting your fate is not really a value that resonates a lot in modern times, right? I mean, we usually prefer to believe that, there is no fate, we can make our own luck, and overcoming bad circumstances is considered to be more admirable than accepting them. But it should also be noted that this whole thing about accepting your fate in that story does not mean that you should do nothing or that you should give up. I mean, clearly, even though the gods know that they're going to die, they're still going to ride into battles. So if you want to put a more positive spin on it, you could say it's more about that even if the odds are stacked against you, you should still do your best and do what's right. As like the moral message of the story. And I guess it's kind of what Mimir is trying to tell here. Of course, he shifts it from the gods to Surtr to fit the game. And in order for that to make sense, Surtr has to die in that story. Otherwise, that whole message of accepting your fate, accepting the role that fate gave you in a grand scheme of things, and a noble sacrifice for a higher purpose wouldn't make any sense. And I guess that's why they added that part about Thor and Odin killing Surtr. Otherwise, Mimir's story wouldn't make sense. But yeah, that's an interesting bit about Ragnarok. And speaking of which, there actually is an example in the story of Ragnarok about what happens if you do not accept your fate. And that is essentially the story of Baldur. So young Baldur has a dream that he's going to die. The story is not very specific about it. It doesn't mention how or when he's going to die. But nevertheless, his mother, Frigg, is very concerned. So she wants to change Baldur's fate, since a dream like that would be considered to be prophetic. So in order to change his fate, she comes up with that plan to make him invulnerable by having everyone and everything swear an oath not to harm him. except for the mistletoe. But in an ironic twist of the story, it is precisely his invulnerability that will eventually lead to his death. Because, as the original story goes, at some point, the gods apparently start this game or contest or whatever to throw all kinds of stuff at Baldur, like weapons, spears, whatever, just out of, entertainment, because apparently they are highly amused by the fact that he can't get hurt. So they throw all kinds of stuff at him and laugh off their asses because of that. And then Loki tricks Baldur's blind brother Herder into shooting a mistletoe at Baldur, and that eventually kills him. Of course, this whole scene wouldn't have happened if Baldur hadn't been invulnerable. The gods wouldn't have started this silly little game. Herder, blind or not, wouldn't have fired an arrow of mistletoe at Baldur. So, if he wasn't invulnerable, he wouldn't have died. At least not in that situation. So, you could say that Frigg tried to change his fate, but she wasn't successful. He died anyway, and thus started the events of Ragnarok. Or you might even say that in attempting to change his fate, she actually caused his death in the first place. Because if he was invulnerable, he wouldn't have been so careless to let people throw weapons at him, right? But yeah, that's just a little additional information about Ragnarok and Surtr. And as we can see, this central theme of accepting your fate is definitely projected onto Surtr instead of the gods in Mimir's version of the story. Okay, let's go and use the portal and let's check out that Valkyrie place again. Do we have any new dialogue here? Nope. Okay, I want to go to the Council of Valkyries. Yes, please.
So, Odin wants to go where he can't reach. Are you saying he's trying to get to Jotunheim too?
Aye, it ranks among his foremost obsessions.
But that doesn't make any sense, Mimir.
Oh? When did I stop making sense?
You're saying Baldur tracked us down to find the way to Jotunheim. But that was before we knew Jotunheim is where we needed to go. That's crazy.
Except for one thing. You are headed for Jotunheim, so he was right.
I'm so confused.
Well then, clearly you've been listening.
Well, I guess he heard a prophecy, huh? Anyway, let's leave Yggdrasil again.
This is it, right? The rock stool?
Aye, lad. The Council of Valkyries.
The Valkyries are of Valhalla, are they not?
Glad to see you're paying attention, brother. You are correct. Valhalla, the great hall of the Einherjar, is their home within Asgard. But while there, they are subject to the scrutiny of the All-Father himself. And relations between the Valkyries and Odin were tense during my tenure as his advisor.
Why?
Well, that's an even longer story, lad. For now, why don't we look around for some clues?
Place the 8 helmets. Okay, so once I collected all the helmets, I can put them on these thrones. Let's do it.
Whoa, you're back. Hello?
I don't think she can hear you, lad. The helms must only retain but a small portion of their owner. I'd wager the rest is in transit to Valhalla to try and fix the mess left by their absence.
Okay, but we can apparently talk to her.
Come here. Who is she?
Gunnar, Mistress of War. After any conflict, big or small, she would be first on the scene, sussing out the worthy spirits for a free trip to Valhalla. A gruesome task, but she took great pride in it.
Any conflict. Impossible.
It's true. She had help from her sisters, of course, but Gunnar was always first to arrive. Her judgment of the fallen was unparalleled, and an invaluable resource to Odin. She was one of his favourites.
Alright. So, does it matter where we put the helmet? Apparently not, we can just pick any throne. I thought maybe each Valkyrie has, like, their own throne. Alright.
This, my friends, is Kara. Now, Valkyries are volatile by nature, but Kara, the lass is wild storm personified.
A wild storm.
Aye, calm and collected. Then the air would shift and the fury of her storm would unleash. It was beautiful in a way, assuming you could find proper shelter. Her tears would cleanse the blood-soaked battlefields.
Yeah, she was the one that would always summon minions. Okay, so can't interact with the other thrones unless I have all the helmets. Now apparently there's 8 of them. You would expect 9 because that's such an important number. But okay, 8 it is. But yeah, let's return. And I don't know, I guess I will just continue with the main mission for now. I do hope that the game is going to give me some kind of hint when I approach like the end game or the point of no return, so I can finish anything that I may want to finish before that. So why is this specific gate not open? I mean, that's kind of where I have to go. But no, apparently they want me to go the long way. So back to the shop it is for now, and then we will have to do this the hard way.
Okay. Tell me again how Odin knew we were going to Jotunheim before we did.
Odin is extremely clever, you see. Nearly as clever as he thinks he is. And he's a collector of prophecies. If it's about the future, he adds it to his collection. Helps him style himself as all-seeing and all-knowing. But of course, the idea is control. Control of the future, control of his fate. He'd control every realm of every land in every world if he could. Every potential pocket of resistance he seeks to eliminate. Even if you've never posed a threat before, he may think one day you might. So you see, it's not important how he knew before you did. It's important that he was right.
I mean, just say it's some kind of prophecy. I mean, that's clearly what it's going to be, right? Maybe I want to have a look at this. Odin's prophecies. Yeah, it's even called like that. Odin collects prophecies, tries to control fate by knowing the future. Maybe he thinks we'll pose a threat someday, or at least he knows we're looking for a way to Jotunheim. So this might be his motive, getting to Jotunheim. But yeah, that's what we would like to do as well, specifically today. Although I would be very surprised if we actually make it there today. Anyway, let's go. We know the way. And we might actually use this opportunity to pick up some stuff we couldn't before because we were lacking the proper tools. So maybe it's not such a bad thing to go there on foot again. I have already taken care of this, have I?
Another name. Rota!
Oh, apparently not.
Another Valkyrie. That's no coincidence. But who'd have
Okay,
etched them on Tyr's braziers?
so this is indeed a new brazier. But yeah, let's go through here.
I'm gonna tell Sindri I'm a god. I'd like to see the look on his face.
No, I may have kept your secret too long, but now you will keep our secret.
Huh.
Atreus is not happy about it. And yeah, I remember I left this round here untouched. I guess I'll have a look at it. Okay, this one has enemies inside. Oh, it's a revenant. Oh, it's two revenants. And they're pretty high in level. I don't really like that at all. By the way, do have like different arrows, different effects on them. I mean, this has like a pretty high stun effect. So maybe I can just use the arrows to stun them, and then try to hurt them with that. Yep, there we go. Let's do it. I mean, this is not hurting them nearly as much as I would like, but I might be able to defeat them this way. Of course, I should be focusing my efforts on one of them. Yeah, I'm not going to put down my shield because, as I recall, this poison can be extremely dangerous. I mean, maybe I can use my nice talisman here. Alright. I can be patient. I don't have to rush this. I mean, they're not really doing much damage as long as I keep my shield up. Alright. Atreus, we need to focus on that one. Okay, here we go. Oh well, she's already regenerated. Alright. Where's the second one? Oh, she's around the corner apparently. I mean, this one is almost dead, so I feel I should be focusing on her first. Alright, now let's do this. Oh no! She's already going strong. Okay, maybe I can just kill her with an axe. There we go. Okay. So, that is one of them down. Now let's focus on the remaining one. This is a level 7 one. Yeah, you need to just spam your arrows at her until we have managed to stun her. Go on, just a few more hits. Alright, now let's go in. Hurt her a little bit. Again, it looks like I'm going to need at least a second attempt of that. Maybe I'm going to use my talisman again. Oh, well. Yeah, as I suspected, that stupid poison is extremely powerful at her level. So let's not jinx it. Just one more stun and I should be able to finish her off. Okay, let's do it. Oh, well, she's already back in action. Don't worry, don't worry. We are very, very close.
Need more time.
I should maybe come a little bit closer so I can quickly grab her once she's stunned. Oh no. She has managed to regenerate already. Okay, let's just use a rune here. Okay. Well, that was interesting. Okay, so let's pick up whatever's inside here. Dust of Realms, okay. And that's it. Have we read these already?
I can read these now. It says the Gauntlet of Surtr is in Muspelheim. Is that what those challenges are called?
Ah, that makes sense. Who else would be training in a place like Muspelheim?
Right, we've seen that already.
I still can't read these.
Okay, so this is like the Niflheim cipher. Yeah, I guess they look kind of different. This is a bit scribbly, and this is more like shaped like triangles.
Oh.
Okay, anyway, let's keep on moving. Guess I'll have to climb up here again.
Why should we hide where we are? Secrets are Odin's way. Shouldn't we be open? Like Tyr?
Tyr kept secrets too, for good reasons. To protect people. It is wiser to be discreet.
That doesn't mean you should lie to your friends. Or your family.
I'm sure Sindri would understand and do the same, lad. Don't fret. So, lad, excited to finally see the land of the giants?
Yeah, but also sad the journey's almost over. Oh, what if we get to Jotenheim and there aren't any giants there either?
Makes little difference to us. Fulfilling your mother's wish is what is important.
Ah! Oh, don't go anywhere. Be with you in 2 shakes.
Father, can I tell him?
No.
Tell me what? Did you put this wheel in your mouth? Oh, God.
Why would he
I'll
put
vomit.
that wheel
I'm not
in his
kidding. I'll throw
mouth?
up on it.
It is nothing. A family matter.
Oh. Oh. I can tell you a thing or two about family matters.
Let me guess. Your brother isn't as talented as you, and his work is junk.
Those things are accurate. Your point?
It's all you ever talk about, over and over.
Uh-oh.
Do something about it or shut up already.
I see.
Yeah! We're sick of hearing about little people's little problems.
Well, that was unnecessary.
All right. That hurt a little.
Oh, poor Sindri.
Let's have a look at your gear then.
Don't mind him, Sindri. He's just going through some stuff at the moment. Still, very uncalled for. And apparently, even the weather is starting to get angry. I'm not sure if I actually need any of your services at the moment.
I guess I can muster the energy.
Oh, now Sindri is very, very insulted. Yeah, I don't think I really need to do anything here. Maybe I can upgrade something. Well, I mean, this isn't too bad.
Your arm is strong. Good advice.
Alright. And I mean the waist armor. Oh, I can upgrade the belt. I mean, it's going to use my last hardened Svartalfheim steel, but I hope I will find more.
It's almost like having a thick skin.
That's the idea. of having armor, I suppose. And yeah, I'm pretty sure my chest armor is fully upgraded at the moment. Can't do anything about this. Can't upgrade my pommel. Well, don't have enough materials for that. So yeah, I guess we're good at the moment.
Wow, he deigns to let me help him. Swell.
Sindri is going to be very salty now. But I mean, he's right. That was completely unnecessary, Atreus. I think the whole god thing is starting to affect him, and not in a good way. Okay, thank you for your service. I apologize for my unruly son. I can hear... Oh, yep. I can definitely hear some enemies. Okay. Got some nightmares over here. But first, let's deal with the big guy over here. Alright. Okay, do we have any other enemies we can punch? Yep, there we go. Okay, did we kill the werewolf? Apparently we did. Okay.
I thought that was gonna stop us. Okay, which way up?
Well, hang on a second. I would like to pick up all these health cookies first, because I'm still a little bit hurt from those revenants. Luckily we have some leftovers here from previous times. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we can take the Sky Mover, maybe? It's kinda up there at the moment.
Broken again. You know, I'm starting to question Sindri's skill. Maybe Brock was right all along.
Maybe he just has other stuff on his plate than helping us all this time. I mean, I may want to have a look at this place again. I don't remember if there's any stuff we couldn't pick up previously. Yep, there's stuff like this, for example.
Whatever.
No, you need to target the crystal. Is this not going to work? Okay, it is going to work. Okay, and we also have some health bramble over here. Can I destroy it without touching the poison? Yes, I can. Now we can call back the X, disable the poison, and pick up this over here. Sigil of the weapon, legendary enchantment, increases the rate of permafrost or immolation gain by 7%, stacks up to 21% max. Okay. Is there anything in that base? Not really. Okay, now let's return. Okay, so since apparently the Sky Mover is out of commission, we will have to use the long way. And we should be used to that by now. But let's make sure we check all the different places for potential new loot or loot that is now accessible. Nothing here apparently.
Why did you speak to the dwarf like that?
Aren't you sick of hearing about him and his brother?
Of course. But it serves nothing to make an enemy of him.
He should know the truth, even if it hurts.
It was needless and unkind.
Truth is more important than kindness.
Your mother would disagree.
She wasn't a god.
Ooh. Well, to be fair, Kratos, you're not exactly a role model in kindness. But that still was a little bit too unkind, even for your standards, I suppose. Okay, we have some more health bramble up here. Let's see what we can do with that. Oh, it's a wind of hell. Question is, where do we need to take it? Also, there's like pottery I haven't destroyed yet, but I think... Oh, there we go. There's a wind trap. Okay, so I guess at least temporarily we can put it inside that trap. And then we can decide where to move it next. Alright. Now let's recall the X. Oh, hi. You're probably people who would prefer to get some fiery blade, huh? Oh yeah, that's my new runic attack. Nice.
Why don't you...
Hell Reaver Guard. Hell walkers with shields can block just about anything. Father can use his block break skill to break their guard. Okay. I don't think I ever used that.
Let me carry her up from here.
No.
Why not? We're almost there. You know I can handle it.
Can you? After the way you spoke of her, I question that.
What? That she wasn't a god?
She was better than a god, and you shall not dishonor her.
Fine. Carry her yourself.
I'm detecting some tension here. Some very serious tension. But okay, I think I found the place where I'm supposed to take the wind of hell, so I hope this is close enough. Yeah, this should work out. And there we go. Blast of Hephaestus. Light runic attack. A quick fiery blast of energy that inflicts a small amount of burn damage. Okay, it's another light runic attack for my blades. Now, do I want to change this rune maybe? I mean, I do kind of like the area of effect of this one, but I also like runes that do a lot of damage. So maybe I'm going to try this one for a change, and I'm going to upgrade it, of course. Also, this one has a slower cooldown, so that's pretty neat. And I can always change it back if I prefer the other one. Yeah, so I think that's the way to the summit. And this one... Oh right, there's another magical door. And we can actually open this one now. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's another hidden chamber, which probably means another Valkyrie, I mean, we have a few minutes left in this episode. Let's see if it's enough time to defeat a Valkyrie. I guess it depends on whether or not I have to try it several times, which I may have to. But at least we can give it like 1 or 2 attempts and then maybe continue in the next episode. Yep, that's another Valkyrie chamber. And there's a Valkyrie. Yeah, sure. Let's spend the rest of this episode.
We're gonna save her.
Give
right?
it a try.
If by save her you mean brutally rip her wings off, then my vote is aye.
Enough. Both of you. I will decide the best course of action.
Of course you do. Anyway, I will pick up all the stuff later. Let's just jump right into the battle here and see what we can do. How about I actually try to use my blades as well? I mean, as long as I'm regenerating the runic attacks on my axe, I may as well use the ones on the blade, right? Alright, I can already see we're doing some pretty serious damage here. And now she blinded me, so I'm going to keep running around trying to evade her. Okay, I'm familiar with that attack. Oh, well, I didn't evade that one properly. Okay, yeah, this may take me more than one attempt. I don't know how to evade that attack. It's so fast. But I guess I will try my revive skill here, since we're not doing so bad at the moment. Alright. Okay, let's maybe use this skill again. Oh no, oh no. I mean, I was not doing so bad. I feel I can actually do this. Let's give this another try. Yeah, this direction, please. But there's this one unblockable attack that she's doing that I find rather difficult to block or evade. Okay, let's use some of my blade attacks on her. Okay, this one I can block. Oh, this one I have to evade. There we go. This worked a lot better. Okay, I'm familiar with these kinds of attacks. So as long as I just keep my shield up, I should be able to deal with that. There we go. Oh, she's doing something there. Something unblockable. Yeah, I realize that. But you're not really helping here, Mimir. Just saying. She's doing a lot of these throwy attacks. Alright, I have another rune available, and maybe now I'm going to use my rage while I'm at it. Right, let me pick up. No. Let me. Okay, maybe this time I will be able to defeat her if I use my revive skill. Okay, let's use my talisman. Let's use my runes. And let's use my other runes. There we go. Okay. Ooh. Done.
Freedom! Cursed no longer. A joyous day indeed.
Oof, this one is louder than the last.
Indeed.
Milady, please tell us. Why were you in this physical form? Why fight us?
I do not know. The soul of a Valkyrie cannot remain pure in a physical body. We belong in the spirit world, which is where I now go. Goodbye!
She sounds more like I would imagine a Valkyrie to sound like. The other ones were so soft-spoken. That's more like it. And there's her helmet. Nice.
Somebody made them this way. Who and why?
I wouldn't want to speculate.
You know something.
I'm Mimir, the smartest man alive. I know many things.
Head.
Sigrun, the queen of the Valkyries. She would have that power. The last time I saw her, she was corporeal herself. She came to visit me long after I'd been imprisoned by Odin.
Why?
Well, we had history, I guess you could say.
Like romantic history?
Ah, lad, you're making me blush, I think. Can I still blush?
First we hunt these creatures, and now we chase your former lover. We do not need this distraction.
It's more than a distraction. Father, these are Valkyries. They're the ones who keep the dead from overrunning Midgard.
Then they are terrible at their job.
It's not their fault, brother. Someone changed them. Kept them from their duty.
The Queen?
I can't say for sure, lad. We should ask more of them. If, of course, you don't mind the distraction.
Maybe the queen is like the ninth Valkyrie. So we have like the magic number again. Heart of Jotenheim. Epic enchantment. Moderate perk activation chance to grant a short boost of runic strength or defense on any successful hit. Okay. More Guardian Steel. And even more of it. Okay, so that's Valkyrie number 3. And I guess I won't bother picking up all this stuff. I'm just going to do it whenever I start the next recording session, because I probably will have to repeat it anyway. But I think this might be a good time to make a cut, and we will continue our way up the mountain in the next episode. So as always, thank you for watching, and see you again next time.